Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So you guys, I am doing something that we try to do a couple of times. Well, we do this every day, but we have to maybe do it several times a day. We have pets, and so when you have pets that are furniture pets, you must 100% depeterize, I made that word up, your furniture. We have a long-haired lab beagle mix, and we have, well, she's not long haired, she's short haired, and we have a short hair Chiweenie. But Gwen sheds like crazy, and I don't know how a little dog that little sheds so much. Like, they do not have long shaggy fur. Mama, when she would let us take her to the vet, was always very closely shaved. But I'm telling you, these dogs are always shedding. And the one thing I cannot abide by or stand is dog hair. So we are constantly 100% cleaning pet hair from somewhere. So here I am. Many of you have asked me about this roller. It's a long-handled roller that I got from Amazon. And I get these refills on Amazon. I will link this down below if anybody is interested in this. I use it on all surfaces, and it just helps us to cover a larger surface area at once. And so what I'm doing here now, I tried to take off the couch, the cushion covers for the backs of the couches, but that's just polyfill inside of there. It's not like one cushion. So that was proving to be very challenging. So what I did was I went ahead and took off the couch cushion covers on the bottom seats, because again, along with dog hair and pet dander and all that, you have dog smell. And you probably can hear the sound of dog feet in this video as they are walking back and forward as I am doing this voiceover. But I wanted to make sure for sure that I could go ahead and at least wash those covers. And then I actually put baking soda and sprayed some Febreze on those cushions, because we want to just make sure that we keep a nice sanitary and good smelling home. I do not have an appreciation for anything that does not smell good. I have a very sensitive nose, and I am on my kids quite often about making sure that nothing smells. I can come inside of my house and know within 36 seconds if there is a smell, probably sooner than that. But I don't want people to come into our home, if they feel welcome or whatever the case may be, to smell that we have dogs. Yes, we have animals. I get that, but your house doesn't have to look like nor smell like you have animals. And so again, for me, I was just making sure that we took things off. I'm watching a YouTube video at the time. That's why I seemed a little bit distracted. But I am for sure getting all of these covers off, and I'm going to throw those into the washer. They just went through a delicate cycle because I didn't want them to shrink or anything like that. We did dry them. They fit right back on the couches with no problem. And again, we're always just trying to keep down any type of odor, just because that we, that's just how we do it. And we're okay with that. So once I got those couch cushions off, I took the little stick vac and I just took it apart, and I was going through trying to get all the cracks and crevices, but that was not quite doing what I needed it to do. It was doing some things, but I was trying to really get a good deep clean going on here. And so in a minute, you're going to see me switch over the tool, the vacuum tool that I'm using. This works as a handheld. It does have little attachments that go with it as well. So here I am. I'm taking, this is it's like a little triangle, but it is a pet hair remover. If I can find this, I'll link it as well. And so I was taking that to be able to scrape up as much as I can, because that hair just it falls on places and it stays there, and that's not my favorite. So, but I do love this little remover, this scraper. The triangle is probably the best thing that we've ever bought, and we've purchased several things trying to keep the dog hair down. So this does work really well. But then we went and got the other vacuum, our main big pet vacuum, and we started using the Pet Claw. Me. I don't think the kids were home at this time. Maybe Jackson was, but sister was probably working. This was during the Christmas holiday. Actually, I forgot to edit this video and get it up for you. But this is me out here just trying to, again, make sure my home is as sanitary as we can have it. So this attaches to the pet vacuum, and it has this little claw thing on the end. This is several days later. Of course, this is an older video. I still have long hair in this video, longer hair. But I put the couch cushion covers back on, and now I'm just going through and trying to vacuum up any dog hair so we keep the floor swept and the carpet right there in front of the couch vacuumed. But I also then go in with a Swiffer to make sure that I get up any residual dog hair. Now, when you sweep and you had dogs, it doesn't always get all of the dog hair. That's just the fact of life. Then I take the vacuum cleaner and I make sure that I go around. For one thing, the vacuum cleaner has a light on the front, so you're able to see if you missed any dog hair. And then I usually do this as a two-step process. I don't think I'm showing the first step, where I use the dry Swiffer, and we actually use now the Swiffer Pet. So I use the dry Swiffer to make sure that I am getting any dog hair, and then I use the Swiffer Wet. That might be the dry. I can't determine it. That might be the dry. It's one or the other. It doesn't look like the floor is wet, but they both work on this Swiffer. And so I use the dry to trap any type of, that was the dry, any type of extra dog hair, and then I use the wet to go over the floor. The dog goes outside. Both of them go out the back, and then Mama, of course, goes on walks. So they could track in any type of anything from outside. So I like to try to keep the floor Swiffered as best I can. This is, of course, the wet one, and this is also the wet pet from Swiffer. It has a black and green packaging, and so I'm just trying to make sure that I am keeping down germs, anything that might be, trying to come inside of the house. I'm very, for lack of a better word, religious about this process. I am not playing around with my home. We keep the house dusted. And of course, now I'm going in again and making sure that I have not missed any dog hair. And this is another day, so the dogs may have been on the couches again. I just want to make sure that I don't miss anything. And I try to keep the curtains sprayed down. We keep the windows wiped out, although Mama's face is usually in the window. And then dog hair sometimes will get on the windowsill. So I just go back there and make sure everything is nice and tidy. But this makes me feel good knowing that my home is presentable for people to come over. I know some people who, don't like to go to houses with pets, and that's perfectly fine. But we do try to keep our home clean. And here is the home now after we've done all of the things. We just want to thank you guys so much for stopping by, hanging out with us while we did this little get the pet hair off of the furniture type video. And we want you to like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you next time. Bye now.